Hello everyone, welcome to keycybr. For more updates related to cybersecurity, please subscribe our YouTube channel and press the bell icon for the new updates. Today we are going to discuss about SOC analyst interview questions part 1. So let's get dig into what is an SOC analyst, their background, skills and job requirements. As our sensitive information is increasingly digitized, cybercrime is likewise on the rise. For most organizations, their security operations center, that is a SOC analyst, fill the role of a digital watchdogs as they monitor and audit a company's existing system for a breaches. If you are familiar with the field of a cybersecurity, that job description may sound fitting for other roles too. And it's frequent point of a confusion. How does a SOC analyst differ from, like we can say, a cybersecurity analyst or a penetration tester? So let's get to know what is a security operations center, that is a SOC analyst. And SOC analyst is a person who works on a team to monitor, analyze, and respond to security issues. The main goal of a SOC analyst is to prevent attacks on a network. They monitor the network for signs of an attack. Once an attack has been detected, they investigate it with other team members. So, what exactly a SOC analyst do? And SOC analyst is responsible for monitoring and auditing the company's system. They also monitor network activity and ensure that no suspicious activities are happening. The SOC analyst also work with other departments of the company such as human resources or sales to ensure that the systems are secure. If someone is one of those departments has an issues with their work computer, it will be up to the SOC analyst to correct it. Here we can discuss some of the few responsibilities of a SOC analyst have. Surveillance of an organization's network and system, identifies accesses and mitigate security threats in real time, incidents response and investigation, collaborate with other team members to implement security procedures, solutions, and best practices, stay up to date on the latest security threats, participate in security audits, and so on. So, how we can become an associate analyst? Becoming an associate analyst is an exciting and challenging process involving learning and practicing the skills required to solve problems, gather information, and make decisions based on your data. Some of the important steps you can take to help you to get into the SOC and become an effective analyst. The first one that is the general requirements like education, certification. In certification, you can go through CompTIA Security Plus certification, CompTIA CYSA Plus certification, Certified SOC Analyst, that CSA by EC Council certification. Also, you need some related experience, some some technical skills, soft skills, and so on. Right. So there are n number of ways you can become an associate analyst. The first and most important, that is the technical skills. If you have a technical skills, then yes, you can go with any particular role in the cyber security. So let's get start. These interview questions will help you to prepare for an interview. Okay, so our first question is, Explain risk, vulnerability, and threat. A good way to start this answer is by explaining vulnerability, threat, and then risk. Back this up with an easy to understand example. Vulnerabilities, that is a weakness or a loophole, is a gap in the protection efforts of a system. A threat is an attacker who exploits that weakness. Risk is the measure of a potential loss when the vulnerability is exploited by the threat. Example, default username and password for a server. An attacker can easily crack into the server and compromise it. Next question, what is the difference between asymmetric and symmetric encryption and which one is better? Keep the answer simple as this is a vast topic. Symmetric encryption uses the same key for both encryption and decryption, while asymmetric encryption uses different keys for encryption and decryption. Asymmetric is usually much faster, but the key needs to be transferred over an encrypted channel. Asymmetric, on the other hand, is more secure but slow. Hence, a hybrid approach should be preferred. Setting up a channel using asymmetric encryption and then sending the data using a symmetric decryption. Next, what is an IPS and how does it differ from IDS? So basically, IDS, it is an intrusion detection system, whereas an IPS is an intrusion prevention system. IDS will just detect the intrusion and will leave the rest to the administrator for further action, whereas an IPS will detect the intrusion and will take further action to prevent the intrusion. Another difference is the positioning of the devices in the network. Although they work on the same basic concept, placement is the different. Then next question, what is XSS, that is cross-site scripting, and how will you mitigate it? Cross-site scripting is a JavaScript vulnerability in web applications. The easiest way to explain this is a case when a user enters a script in the client side input fields and that input get processed without getting validated. This leads to untrusted data getting saved and executed on the client side. Countermeasures of excesses are input validation, implementing a CSP, that is content security policy, etc. Next question. What is the difference between encryption and hashing? Keep the answer short and straight. Point 1. Encryption is reversible, whereas hashing is irreversible. Hashing can be cracked using rainbow tables and collision attacks, but is not reversible. Point 2. Encryption ensures confidentiality, whereas hashing ensures integrity. Then next, are you a coder, developer, or know any coding languages? You are not expected to be a pro. Understanding of a language will do the job. Okay, so basically, although this is not something an information security guy is expected to know, but the knowledge of a HTML, JavaScript, and Python can be of a great advantage. HTML HTML and JavaScript can be used in a web application attacks, whereas Python can be used to automate task, exploit, development, etc. A little knowledge of the three can be a great advantage both in the interview and on the floor. The next question, that is, what is CSRF? Cross-site request forgery is a web application vulnerability in which the server does not check whether the request came from a trusted client or not. The request is just a process directly. It can be further followed by the ways to detect this. So, examples and countermeasures. The next question, that is, what is security misconfiguration? Security misconfiguration is a vulnerability when a device application network is configured in a way that can be exploited by an attacker to take advantage of it. This can be as simple as leaving the default username, password unchanged, or too simple for a device accounts, etc. Next, what is a black hat, white hat, and a gray hat hackers? The most and prominent way is to keep the answer simple, right? Black hat hackers are those who hack without authority. White hat hackers are authorized to perform a hacking attempt under a signed NDA. Gray hat hackers are white hat hackers who sometimes perform unauthorized activities. The most important, that is, what is a firewall? Be simple with the answer, as this can get a complex and lead to be looped question, right? If you are going for an interview and if interviewer asks you some simple question, okay, and you have given answer in a very complex way, so yes, there will be possibility interviewer can ask you a loop question related to that particular topic according to your complexity of giving an answer for the questions, right? So basically, whatever the interview you are going to take, whatever you going to give, so your answer will be as simple as it is. Okay. A firewall is a device that allows block traffic as per the defined set of rules. These are placed on the boundary of trusted and untrusted networks. Then next, thank you. Next 10 questions will be given will be published tomorrow, right? So I have make some 4 or 5 parts of some associate analyst questions. So yes, for that you need to subscribe our channel, stay update with our social media handles for more updates related to cybersecurity. Thank you.